Hi guys, welcome back to the Fight Podcast with
Sharir.
and with me, Jan. This today is, let's say, a special episode. Last time we tried having a guest. This time we took it abroad. Sharir, where are we right now?
Right now we're in my gym in Jerusalem.
We're in the gym, the one and only.
Jan is visiting, so we're taking this opportunity to make a podcast.
This is kind of the holy grounds of ICCS, the MMA Jerusalem gym. And but you said that you used to have two locations in Jerusalem, right?
Yeah, there was two gyms before COVID, and then this gym where we're in right now actually was an invite-only gym.
Ooh.
That means that any person in this gym had a key. You come train when you want. But then with COVID, the other location, which was really, really big, I was renting it from the city.
Mm-hmm.
And the city gave too many problems coming back to the gym. Like they wanted only 9-year-olds could train, and then they have to wear like a diaper.
Only 9-year-olds?
Yeah, like a diaper on their chin. And then like they have to be like triple, quadruple vaccinated. And the rent was very expensive. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to use this gym for everything. And it's much better that way anyway.
Also, the offices are here.
Offices are here. You've noticed. You've noticed.
No, I think there's if there's any sounds in the background, like background noise, there's people training here, just so you know. But this is what keeps this experience authentic. I think it's important for the street cred of the podcast.
Yes, that's also on the industrial area of Jerusalem. So you might hear.
Outside, yeah, especially at night. There's this one guy next door. He has I think he has a table saw or something. He starts at fucking 6 o'clock in the morning.
He's a
He stops
carpenter.
at 11.
He's a carpenter.
Yeah, he's a busy carpenter.
Not really. I think he's working on the same table.
But he cuts a lot into that table.
Rabbi, let's go.
Now you've heard the instructions. This is how the personal training goes here. Sharir screams at people to do stuff, and they lift heavy stuff.
We're doing squats here this morning, actually.
Rabbi, what's the goal for today?
120.
That was the rabbi. I hit my... Oh. Okay, Rabbi, let's go.
I'm right with you.
So I'll do some voiceover. The rabbi has just lifted the bar.
2, 3. A little lower. Beautiful. Very strong, very strong.
See, we don't need a special effects team for this podcast.
So, Jan, you were here for almost 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
How about you tell me, how was your experience in the gym? You actually slept in the gym.
I lived in the gym.
Yeah.
I became part of the
They
gym.
actually cleaned the gym up for you.
We cleaned it. Before you could really see out of the windows, that was a part of our... I think maybe that's just the German mentality. We have to go someplace, we have to clean it. No, but I really loved it here. The people are very high level, as to be expected from your gym.
Yeah.
And also, I think it was interesting because I think all of the training we did is a lot more exhausting in the heat. But I really enjoyed that. I think that's a great benefit to training. But also just the place. I really loved... you took us to some places to see some... It's not really sightseeing, but we visited the old city. We visited the Dead Sea. We visited all of these places. And it's very different from where I usually live. It's a very big break. And the first thing is when we landed, all the signs were in Hebrew. And for some reason, I just didn't expect that. I don't know why.
Expect French?
I don't know. Like it's in some places in Asia also they have like English lettering on the stores because they have different language too. And this is like the only places I've seen Hebrew before were your shirts and Torah. So it was very new to me that a storefront would have Hebrew on the. So that was a pretty new thing. Also, a lot of it's interesting when you walk the streets, you can see the religious orientation of the people. A lot of them, like the way they dress, they have certain kinds of like they show their allegiance. I don't know, but like which
Different groups, pretty much. Yeah.
and especially in this area where we are right now, like there's a lot of those people and different ones.
Yeah.
Like we have a Shiva school right next to here.
Yeshiva.
Yeshiva. I thought it was Shiva. I think I called them by the wrong name the whole time. Also, some of them also train here, I think.
There's about 5 or 6 of them at least who train here.
Mm.
Yeah.
And that was something I was confused by too. Like the ultra orthodox Jews training MMA. Like there was for some reason to me that was very funny, but also they.
What's wrong with that?
I'm not saying there's anything wrong. I just didn't expect it. Like they trust God, but not as much as they don't want to.
God wants you to be strong. Why wouldn't God want you to be strong?
Okay, then maybe you're on a mission of God.
Exactly.
No, but some of them I fought. Some of them really good fighters. I really enjoyed training here, and also you see.
A lot of times the yeshiva boys, they make the best fighters.
How come? Do you think there's a?
They're smart. They're just smart, and they know how to be smart, I guess. Yeah.
Very differentiated answer. No, I think we talked about this earlier too. That you said that the yeshiva, like the teachers, they put a lot of effort into not having as much phone time and all of these things, like combating some of these influences. And maybe some of those also find themselves into training.
I don't know if you noticed, but none of them have smartphones.
Yes, yesterday we wanted to call someone, and one of them who trained here, we asked him for if we could lend his phone, and he had like a one with the dials.
Yeah,
so.
they don't use smartphones.
But I think that's like for a certain time in my life, once I dropped my phone and a car drove over it. Weird story, but it happened, and so I had to use like a flip phone for I think a month or something, and. For some reason, I think that was more calming. You have less. You're less accessible.
I also think in many ways we're in an era that you have smartphones and dumb people, and they are still smart people with dumb phones.
And I think that's also when they talk about artificial intelligence. Sometimes you should try natural intelligence first. No, but I think especially the people here I've noticed, like I needed to buy a suit while we were here. And because I'm going to a wedding, and it wasn't necessary to buy it here, but I was here and there was a suit store nearby. Went downstairs and asked them. And I think there were only like one or two people who spoke English. Most people didn't speak English.
The suit store right down here.
There's one quite by the gym. But
they're not big on English usually.
Also, it's for like the traditional clothing. I didn't know, but it's like they told me, no, it's for Hasidic Jews mostly. That's who shops.
Yeah.
And I went down there. I tried to buy something, like they didn't have the size or the color or something. I think 8 of them flocked instantly to us and helped us like find something on Google Maps or something. And the funniest thing is they couldn't type on my phone because they were like, do you have a Hebrew keyboard? I'm like, why should I have a Hebrew keyboard?
Yeah.
But then we met this really, really nice French dude in the other suit store.
You got yourself what color was it? Red or something, right? A red suit.
It's not red, but yeah.
Let's go, Rabbi.
I like the way he hypes himself up every time. Yeah. It's like every single time.
The Rabbi is
different breed.
We will have him on a podcast eventually. Not today.
Right now the Rabbi is shy.
He's focused on squatting.
I think that's the way to go.
We will have him. Hold on. 3 times, okay? 3 times. If you low, nice and low. Beautiful. Good work.
Good job, right. Are you stacking on more weight?
We have a few sets left.
This is also something I noticed with pretty much everybody in your gym. They're extremely strong people. Like every single one I've fought, all of them very strong people. They train a lot outside of the...
well, because I'm very much into strength training and fighting together. So all my competitors also powerlift. Mm-hmm. And work, not just powerlift, but strength training.
You can see the results. I look at the staircase. There's some medals hanging there. Those are from the jiu-jitsu competition, right?
These ones you're looking at? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Those are the last competition we were at.
The last ones, yeah. I've seen the images. You kind of... you were very successful on that.
Yeah, we did good, yeah. Thankfully, we did good. Mm-hmm.
I think, especially with this gym, how would you describe the flair here?
The flair?
The flair. The environment.
This is the old school training place. This is how it's supposed to be.
I've heard you call it Brooklyn style once. What's the Brooklyn style?
It's like you can't explain it. It's where you train. You come to train. It's not no bullshit. No, this is alpha.
This is the Alpha Gym.
This is it. Yeah, this is where we train.
Also, they have a dart board here. Is it a dart board?
Well, the thing is that there was a picture of a person on that board for a very long time.
I was wondering how.
Yeah, the guy's name was Blake. As a long story, when we will be podcasting with a rabbi, he will actually maybe tell us that story. But now
That's a little teaser.
yeah, now it's just empty. But we're looking for another face to put on that board.
Okay.
Yeah.
We can have a team meeting,
Yeah.
which face to put there. Because one of the nights we slept here, we kind of found there was like an arrow back there to a dart.
The dart is used to close the window.
Everything here has personality. It's like a car that doesn't start at the first go, and then you do something and then it does. You just have to know your way around. Hannah, you want to say hi? No, she doesn't. Okay, bye, Hannah.
By the way, I asked my father about the meat stuff.
Okay, we'll talk about that later.
No, but he said it's not a meat.
It's not meat.
It's not meat at all.
Okay.
That one with the
Okay, no, it's fine. It's fine. I'll see you tonight. I'll see you tonight.
Bye.
good fight. Flight.
Good fight too.
I'll see you tonight.
See, this is the most authentic experience you can have. There's people coming in and out.
That was Hannah.
That's one of the trainees. How long has Hannah been training here?
Not very long, actually. She's pretty new, but she's taking it very seriously.
Yeah, you can see that.
She trains twice a day. Usually she trains weights once and then MMA or grappling the second time. Now she's also this morning she trained with Annika, of course, grappling. But yeah, she started to compete. She already did one competition. She did for the first time. She did great. Second place. And August she's gonna do another one, take for first place.
Awesome. I like the confidence. Also, I've noticed with the I'm not sure if I could call it a beginner's course because they don't seem like beginners.
There's beginner and intermediate. The thing about this gym is that the advanced course, the level really jumps. So it's always like to make that leap between. You've seen it because you train with them.
Yeah, I've tried with both groups.
You've seen the difference. I mean, they're good, but they're not the same level as some of the guys at the advanced. So it's always like it takes a while to because the advanced class is actually the leftovers from the invite-only gym. Those guys were here for a very long time.
And those guys, whatever level you're at, they make you feel like an 11-year-old boy. Like it's a certain experience because.
Let's go, Rabbi. First things first, we have to lift. More important than
lifting first.
We gotta get him strong. We gotta get this person very strong.
Rabbi is already pretty strong.
He's a very strong person. Don't let looks to be deceiving. Okay. 3 times, okay? 3 times. Yep, 3 times. Nice and low, though. Nice and low. What? One more. See you. Why is it so easy?
That's one strong rabbi.
No gravity in the way, anything.
He just switched that off. This is also something that I've learned while I was here. The way that you increase weight, you have very, very, very small plates to increase. I think you increase it every week.
Every person has a different
speed.
Different speed and different plan. So it's not always right to do the same plan for every. Like sometimes you go to the gym, and a person does like one of those instructor, I don't know, gym coaches, whatever stuff, courses, and then they're just like they use the same plan for everybody. I think it's not a good idea.
It's the cookie cutter kind of thing.
Yeah. So you have to kind of get to know the person you're training and whatever's fits for him. Yeah.
Is it because I've noticed here, like sometimes you just train for like 3 repetitions, maximum output. Is there a difference between, like I've seen, especially Ziv, I think he did like bench press, he did it like 12 repetitions.
Yeah,
like,
there's a difference depending on what you're looking to do, what's your goal for the workout or why you're lifting. Today we're doing repetitions of 5 and then 3. And maybe 1. Maybe 1, we'll see. But I'm hoping to do a repetition of 3.
So the idea is like with 1 repetition, just maximum output, and you have like 1 explosive movement, and with like the repetition.
We don't try for example, this morning we're not going for a record max. We're just going 1 lift. We're trying to do 3 lifts. Okay? Squats, in my opinion, squats is the most extreme exercise out of the powerlifting because you're getting under the weight. You know, like what you do, like deadlift, for example. So people always like, your back. Well, people don't know what they're talking about, of course. But if you don't lift it, you didn't lift it. Whatever. If your form is right, nothing's gonna happen to you. But squats, you're getting under that weight.
Yeah, I hurt my back once doing squats the wrong way. Yeah.
If you're getting under the weight, that's extreme because if there's a lot of weight, and then you're already under it, so you're taking a chance no matter what.
Mm-hmm. And also, I think because the whole body is kind of involved in that exercise. There's certain exercise where you isolate one group. This is something where everything moves.
Deadlift, the whole body is involved too. The squats I always find it much more grueling, personally, than deadlift. You have to learn to love it,
Also, I've noticed like the time since I've started squatting, my endurance has increased, which I didn't think was made sense at first. But then I thought about it, and that was the thing that I changed up in that time frame. But that was pretty surprising to me. That like when fighting, when you have a certain stress on like a physical stress, there's more endurance because of some of the powerlifting stuff I do now.
For sure. Also, endurance and explosive power too. Mm-hmm. You become much more explosive. So your ability to bridge someone, to shrimp, to snap someone down, all this stuff. Powerlifting is great for that.
It's just sort of the first thing I think of when I think of let's build endurance is like powerlifting. So that was really surprising to me. You didn't tell me before, and then it just changed up.
Yeah.
I think it's a great way. Like every day we've been here, especially in the mornings, there's like 2 or 3 people coming in. There's a lot of like they frequent this gym a lot, especially for training outside of the sparring classes but you also have sparring classes, I think, every day for the advanced.
We spar every day.
The beginners too?
The beginners too, yeah. We spar every day.
And also we didn't just spar like boxing, we changed it up.
I think we talked about that in one of the podcasts.
Yeah.
You see that I wasn't lying.
And you were, also I was really surprised. Like yesterday we did this drill where you just you did clinch fighting and knees to the body. So that was something I've never seen someone do, like especially just that part of.
I think in Thai boxing I do it all the time.
Ah, okay, that could be the case.
Yeah, because Thai boxing I do it all the time, but people forget how important the clinch is. We don't do it a Thai boxing style because we're not Thai boxers. We do it. You clinch fight. You can go for a takedown, but no groundwork, and you can throw knees. It's really tiring. We do 2-minute rounds, and we did it for. Sometimes we could do it up to half an hour, for example.
Yeah.
Very tiring.
Yeah, especially on the level those guys are at. Like especially with the.
So now, as you can see, with the heat, there's a heat wave going on, and everyone's slippery and sweaty.
Yeah, but also there was kind of an advantage in ground fighting because they couldn't get arm bars on me because I just slipped out.
It becomes like a water park.
But also, I think it improves your fighting because if you're used to someone slipping away, you grab them properly.
Also, towards the end of the fight, you gotta look for other kind of submissions, like more like you're looking for chokes, less for moves that require more grip because you slip. It's just very slippery. Rabbi, let's go.
Every time the rabbi is not lifting, he's moving to the other side of the gym. Do you think it's like his recharging place?
You'll see. He's a thinker.
He's a thinker?
He's a thinker. He's very, one of my favorite people in the world right now is about to squat. Let's go for 3. Because this is easy for you. No, we're going to stop. Stop here. We'll do a drop set though. But beautiful. It feels light, right? Nice and low. Push. Easy. One more. Beautiful. Oh, it didn't. Why did it feel strong, Rabbi? Nobody knows. Not yet. Okay. I'm going to drop. We'll do 1 drop set. And then we're going to do pull-ups as well, okay?
Drop sets are less weight than the one he did before? Yeah. Or what's the idea?
Yeah.
Why do you do those?
It's like... It's good for you.
It's good for your health.
Just trust me on that one.
Eat apples and do drop sets.
Yeah. What we do is we work a main exercise, and then we do things that will help it, like assistance. And one of them is drop sets.
I also noticed that is not on point with the whole training, but a whole different topic. I've noticed you have a wall in your office, and there's loads of different like patches and medals. What is that wall for?
It's just memories. My memories is different units around the world that I work with and help them.
And they give you stuff for
Oh, they give you a little coin or something.
just like a little remembrance, like a little.
Yeah. There's much more than what you saw. That's just like not even half.
You have a storage unit full with coins and license plates and flags and whatever.
Like a couple boxes, yeah.
Also, you do the thing that I've noticed. I think Joe Rogan said that once, that he wears shirts from other associations to promote them. You do the same thing. I've seen you wear so many different shirts from different gyms, from different people you like.
For my friends, of course.
Yeah.
Well, we're friends of mine, of course, yeah. All the time.
And most of the gym, the ICCS gyms, or some of them, also have like there's stickers or patches from those.
They have their own, they have their own, name of their school and their own logos. I'll always promote them. Yeah, they're all my family. Sure.
Usually they have their own branding, and then there's ICCS below it, or
ICCS school, but they have their own branding. And they also have other programs here. A lot of them have jiu-jitsu or boxing, kickboxing, and so forth.
it makes the gym seem more vintage too. Because if you look around, there's also like promotional material for those courses at those ICCS gyms. There's some for Nice, for Italy. Those are some time ago, right?
Yeah, I had an idea of putting like flyers for every seminar I go to. But then I just stopped in, I think, 2017. No, 2021 was the last year, June 2021 in Arizona. There you go.
We can build some. We just need to print them out. Now most of them are on Instagram, I think.
It's the old school. You see that's from Amsterdam. That's old school boxing. You see?
It's like an instructor or a manual kind of,
manual,
right?
Yeah, it's a manual. Yeah.
And also, I think it's funny.
I think that the old school boxing is far more aggressive and for a street fight, much better than boxing we have today. So I really like it.
What makes it different from
today? They're really good, but they're dancers, and which is great. But then it was like you're training your punches to take someone's head off. There was much less movement, so you wanna take his head off with the punch.
It's more of a brawl and less of a.
But they had, in my opinion, much more powerful punches than today. Really heavy hitters, because that was a whole goal.
Also, I found it interesting that they differentiate between two different styles. They say English and French.
French is savate.
And the French one is also, they have kicks too. But I never heard that.
In Europe, that sounded this way. You'll never hear someone in America say that. People don't know. Boxing is boxing. But in France, especially in France, I would say in France, they say French boxing or English boxing. And when they mean is English boxing is Western boxing, basically. And then French boxing, they mean savate. They kick.
But with all the fences I've seen there, they drop their hands pretty low.
The savate?
No, in the on that image.
Yes, they
like the old school fighting.
They don't drop their hands pretty low.
That's their fence position.
There's different positions for boxing old school. The idea is to be able to move your body weight to punch. Like they would kind of jolt to give a good punch, Let's go, Rabbi.
I also think because there's some of the
5.
There's some of the quotes on the wall that Andrea had in his gym too.
Really?
Yeah, but the important part or the interesting part is they're in English. Most of the quotes in Andrea's gym, I think all of them were in Italian.
Yes, I didn't know that Mike Tyson spoke Italian.
He spoke Italian. That was curious.
Go, Rabbi. 5 times. Up. 1. Nice and low. 2. Nice and low. 3. At the 5th, I want you to stay down and then go up, okay? This is 4. Now stay down. Stay down, stay down, stay down. Up. Beautiful. I'm so strong, Rabbi.
One day we'll know.
I think your up call is what purring does for relaxation. That does for relaxation. That's the word. The up thing does for heavy lifting. Like I don't know. Do you think you could lift half of that if a coach wasn't standing next there to you and screaming up? No. See, that's your superpower. You can make people lift heavy things.
Maybe I love to train. I love to teach. And I love that man that we're lifting weights with. So it's all good, you know.
You should the window in your office kind of looks upon the training space.
Yeah.
We should build like a thing that you can look outside of, and you can watch the people train while you're in the office.
I have a window.
Yeah, you have a window.
It's dirty.
I need to clean it. There's a big improvement, I think. Also, Rachel, for instance, when she came, like I think yesterday, she told me, I was walking through the gym and I looked at my feet and I was like, why are they so clean? It's like Germans.
Yeah.
No,
I clean. For those you're listening, we clean the mats every single day.
the mats are super clean.
We have like a thing that cleans the mats, one of those robots,
Yeah.
and then I spray
The
it.
robot has a name too. Yeah.
Not important.
It's a very
It's a personal name.
it's a personalized robot.
Yeah, and then we spray the mats, you know, and so the mats are clean.
Yesterday, I've seen a video of one of those Roombas, like the automatic vacuum bots. Every time it runs into a wall, because that's how they orient themselves, it just curses very loudly and it screams. I think we should do that to this vacuum too.
If you know how to do it, I'm all for it.
I will learn how to do it just to do it to that robot. No, and also I think...
One set, Rabbi. First set. Hey, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, don't worry about it. I've noticed that there's like carpets on the roof and like there's a little, I don't know what you call it, but like a little area.
Yeah.
And then I've also noticed there's a hole in there.
Right.
And I heard a story about how that hole came to be.
You mean Ziv's head?
Yeah. Can you tell that story?
You can actually see the hole from Ziv's head, but he jumped and he made a hole in the ceiling with his head. That's the story.
That's the story. Why did he jump though?
That I don't know. I don't remember, or I never knew. I would never understand.
Also, the upstairs part, the way the offices are, there's a special rule in Jerusalem. You explained it to me, but I kind of forgot. But it's important to have it.
We made another floor, but if you make it, depending how high it is, it's considered another floor, so you have to pay more in property tax.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's not that high, so it's not considered another floor, then you don't have to pay more.
Which is very nice because I'm like almost 2 meters tall, and every single fucking time I hit my head on the same lamp. I think I put a crack in it. If you want me to replace it, let me know.
So that's a great way to remember you.
See, I also left my imprint on the gym, as Eve did. Also, there's holes in that wall. What happened there?
That's from dropping weights. That's from dropping weights.
That's also because of the weights that you guys lift here. When I'm upstairs and you drop something here, the whole place kind of shakes.
The neighbors always complain about it. The restaurant downstairs, they say that the tables shake. Yeah, it is what it is. You know, we're training, so
it's part of it. It's part of the experience.
A lot of gyms, like they say, don't drop the weights, don't use chalk. Or here I say, drop the weights, make a mess, get strong. It's all good, you know.
Make hype up noises.
Yeah, exactly. There was a guy here. Yes, rabbis, places don't let you make a mess with chalk.
The rabbi just asked if it's okay to use chalk.
They don't really lift. That's how they lift without chalk. But second set, Rabbi, let's go.
No, I think
Go ahead.
I think that the only issue with chalk is the whole, like, every time someone uses it, the whole place gets like it's just very white afterwards.
It's fine by me.
It has you see
Yeah.
people working.
Yeah, but some people, like in CrossFit, they overdo it. They want to be like cool, put chalk all over the place,
Yes,
and we don't do that. But you put as much as you need, you know.
I've seen CrossFit people do pull-ups, or what they call pull-ups. How did that happen?
The thing where they swing, like
Yeah, they swing and they don't really put themselves up.
I don't know.
Is that all over CrossFit, or is it just like a certain
I
group of
don't
people?
have enough experience with CrossFit to say. I don't want to say anything about that. But that's not how I do pull-ups. I do strict pull-ups. You know, you pull stuff up. But if it works for them, it works for them.
With a lot of swinging.
Yeah.
A swing and a miss. Also, the what I've noticed is the different ICCS logos on the walls. Were those like different periods, or are they for different purposes?
See on the wall, that's the first logo we ever used when we first started. We don't really use that one that much today. Sometimes we do. Some people still do. But the logo that you see on the website, that's the official logo today.
But also depending on the schools you're at, they kind of switch it up too, right? Because I've seen in the promotional material, it's not the same logo the whole time.
Sometimes they play around with it if they want to, like put their country in there somewhere or something. Yeah.
You also play around with them if you look at all the certificates. For some reason, they look different every single time.
Because I'm an artist.
You're a very creative first, yes.
Third there, Rabbi. Let's go.
I think every single one that I have looks different, except for those the ones Andrea uses, because I think he just once did like a preprint and he uses those again, so they have a little consistency in them.
No, I don't think that's the reason. I mean, I designed them twice, so I don't know.
You redid the old design.
Yeah.
As long as we're on to pull-ups.
Yes, we do with the rabbi. We do pull-ups every day almost, except for the deadlift day.
Mm-hmm.
The deadlift day. What? Shoulder day we do. Deadlift day we don't. What? Clean and jerk day. Okay, so also with clean and jerk day we don't. That's true, Rabbi.
So why do you have the carpets on the roof?
Why do we have carpets on the roof? So if someone gets knocked out and then he looks up, he sees something nice.
The starry night.
Yeah, exactly. And you think you're doing meditation. It's carpets from India or something.
So it's like back in the day when they used to in the dentist's office, where they when you look at the ceiling and they have something there for especially for kids so they can look at something, or the TV screens. It's just for when you wake up and you're like, am I in heaven? No, you're in MMA Jerusalem.
Yeah.
Gym.
So this is a nice way to wake up.
It's the nicer way.
Yeah, that's why.
You can also...
I don't think it ever worked because you could get knocked out all over the gym.
Or you just have to drag the people there. It's not that hard.
Right. But it was a cute idea.
Was that actually the idea behind them?
In my mind.
Place.
This is Annika. This is the first time you're on the podcast too, right?
Hello.
Say hi.
Hi, I'm Annika. I'm Jan's sister. I also fight. Wasn't it from the metal factory that they ripped out the...
Yeah. They ripped out... This place was a metal factory before I was here. And they had a big heavy machine right at that end over there. And it was so tall, you had to rip out the floor, the ceiling to get it out. But that's not why we have those. That's why I made this new... See, I built this myself.
So you're kind of a metal factory yourself.
I put the ceiling in.
Also, you put the shower yourself, right?
Pretty much. Most of it, yeah.
How could you pretty much build a shower?
I needed help with the one thing, with the electric, but that doesn't work.
So you built the shower?
Yeah.
Because we showered cold.
Yeah.
There was no heat.
Yeah.
Which is not that bad in Jerusalem.
Rabbi.
How warm do you think it is on average in Jerusalem in the summer?
The summer, 30 something.
Yeah,
probably. Yeah.
So why would you need warm water?
Exactly. I never need. They say it's very healthy to shower in cold water. It's very good
for inflammation and stuff.
Yeah, that's what they say for recuperation.
We can build an ice bath here.
We could. Put it right in there.
Does it get colder in the winter here?
Yes, Jerusalem will get cold in the winter.
A lot? I'm not sure because
cold. Pretty cold. Yeah, respectfully cold. Yeah.
I thought because of we're so close to Egypt, and I didn't expect Egypt to get cold in the winter. I thought.
Well, the desert gets very cold at night in the winter.
Yes. Also in the summer.
Yes, the temperatures change a lot, but in the winter it's very dangerous actually, because people think they're in the desert. Was that the fourth? One more then. People think it's safe, but it's not. What I'm trying to say, it's very cold.
So at day it's 4 degrees, and at night it freezes? Yes,
in the winter, because of the wind, it could go to below zero.
That's crazy. Okay, so have you ever been in the desert in the winter?
I have been, yeah, many times, yeah. For army training, I remember when I was in basic training, I think it was basic training, we would do a desert training in the desert, and one guy got hypothermia, and also our canteens, the water, at night they froze.
It's crazy. You would never think about that in a desert.
You're walking all day, and you're sweating, and then you stop, and it's freezing. It's very dangerous.
So desert training is about orientation in the desert, about survival in the desert. What are you trained in?
Well, first and foremost is that because in Israel most of the training grounds are desert. Yeah.
That
So,
kind of
yeah.
defeats the purpose of desert. Everything is desert training here.
Not everything. We went through. I personally also did training in the snow up north, and then a couple other styles. But most of it is desert because that's where the training grounds are.
Also, we've seen a very nice base, or the base very close to the water. I think that's a good base to be at. The one at the beach.
Yeah. There's a. Yeah, you've seen that.
Where was that, by the way? Some people ask which beach we went to. I'm not even sure which one it was.
It was a beach.
It was a beach.
Yeah, the city's called Rishon.
Rishon, okay.
Yeah.
Because most of the places, like Sharir has a plan. He informs us the day off, and he says, "We go in the car now. Get in." And then we drive someplace. It's always very nice, but we never really know where we're going. So this is like the holiday version of boot camp. Just like, get in. You make it.
But we never missed training.
We never once missed training, no?
We went to what you guys saw, the old city.
The old city, yeah.
We saw the Dead Sea, an oasis.
The oasis was pretty wild, yeah.
We drove by Masada.
Masada?
And we also
Masada has a very interesting story to it. Can you talk about it?
I'm not like a historian, but from what I know, I can tell you what I know. So there was the rebellion against the Romans, and there was people who fled from Jerusalem, I believe, to Masada, which is, as you know, is on the way to the Dead Sea. So it's in the Judean desert, and the Romans, Masada was built for a vacation resort, I believe, and the Romans used it for an armory, and they didn't have a lot of guards guarding it, so they took it over, and the fight there lasted 3 years. 3 years on the top. There was, I think, not more than 200 people on top, including women and kids, and they held off the 10th Roman Legion. It's like 10,000 people for 3 years. They had to build a ramp because you saw the snake path.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter how many people you are because only 2 people could fit on that path.
Yeah, it's a genius build because it's weird because you drive in the middle of the desert. For one, there's this really big lake, which is, because it's called the Dead Sea, you can't really see the horizon on it. Like it's so big, you could think that's the ocean. But also, when you drive past it, at some point there's this little like thing on a mountain, and then you notice, oh, there's a path towards it, and that's in the middle of the desert. There's just a castle.
Yeah, but they had a garden up there. They were growing vegetables. They say that they had enough food to last them another 3 years on top. Also, at night they would go down and rob from the Romans. But
it's the guerrilla style warfare. Also, there were a lot of date trees in the desert.
dates. Yes, we have a lot of dates in Israel.
I was confused because I didn't know what kind of vegetation there was in that heat, but they seem great.
They have dates. They have other stuff. There's a lot of innovation in the field of farming in Israel. I don't know anything about it, but I know that it exists.
There is such a thing as
Good
well.
workout, Rabbi. Good workout.
I think it's interesting that especially with the food, you notice there's a lot more heat here. Like if you eat food from here and compare it to most of Northern Europe, it just tastes very different because it gets a lot of sun here.
Tastes better, I think.
Yes, of course it does, but that's what the. But also, you said that there's the King's Valley or something. You said, and there's like you said that they learned how to farm these very uninhabitable places in Israel. I think you called it the King's Valley. Maybe I misremembered the name.
I don't think I said the name.
But I think maybe
Kings Valley, Hula Valley, the Jordan Valley.
Maybe it's the Jordan Valley.
It's the Jordan Valley.
Oh, maybe I Okay,
Yeah.
maybe. Oh, Kings Valley was that was for that was Egypt. Never mind. No, but I think it's very interesting how the Israelis convert a lot of like very unhospitable
So
places.
that area was swamps when the British were here,
Mhm.
right? The Israelis are the ones who turned all that desert and swamps into amazing agriculture. And I think they also give that knowledge today to countries around the world.
Mhm.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, it's very interesting how all of these places here, you don't really. It's just about getting enough. No, it's not just about getting enough water there, but the food is amazing because it's very hot here. It's very I think it's very nice for those kinds of things, and especially dates. You couldn't really grow them in Europe, I think. So that's really nice. You have different stuff here. Also we tasted. I'm not sure what those are called, but they seemed like very sandy cakes, but they're really tasty. The sweet ones.
halva.
I'm not sure, but the ones we have upstairs.
Yeah. And you like bamba?
Yeah, we like bamba. We taste a lot of stuff. We don't really know what it is, but it's all very tasty.
These cakes are made out of sesame and tahini.
Not cakes, dude. It's halva.
Yeah.
So halva is. We have to classify it. Is it a cake? Is it a cookie?
It's something.
Is the bird? Is the plane? It's halva.
It's new breed.
It's a different breed. No, but all the places we met here, like there's proper hummus places here.
There's a lot of hummus here.
Like I've noted, like in Europe, there's places where you can also